In this video, I made an accessory tier list. Okay, so if you start with F tier, we have the Liberator's Shield because HP does not matter. The raid even does scale HP, so you don't actually get anything. Dimensions, it doesn't matter how much health you have, honestly. If you do die often, then HP isn't really gonna help you. More damage is gonna help more than more HP, honestly, because you can kill them faster. We also got the Mugen Train, because the Infinity Train, because it's just 3% mob damage, I believe. First of all, mob damage is really bad, and second of all, 3% is really low. And it's a rare, so you only get 2 substats. Then we also got an E tier. We got All Might's Toy. It's also mob damage, but it's slightly better, more mob damage and more substats. We also got this Titan accessory because it actually has EXP. Sure, it's not good for like late game, but honestly, this is actually you could use this if you're grinding EXP. I'm not even joking. This would actually be a pretty nice thing to use if you have already good stats, and you don't need more stats, so you can use a worse accessory like this one to get more EXP. I also got the Shrine, and yeah. To think of it this way, the Shrine is kinda good, but it's only 5% boss damage. You'd rather use something else than boss damage in this stage, definitely, and 5% is like nothing anyway. Next here we got the Liberator's Sword instead of Shield. And honestly, this is one of the better accessories for an epic. It might compete with some of the legendary ones as well, honestly. That's why I'm putting the Kiritsu Blade here, because it's mob damage. Mob damage does not help you either. And we also got, where is it? We also got the Ghoul Mask here as well. Now the reason why I'm putting the epic accessory above the legendary accessories is, yes, sure, they have one less substat, the epic one, but the substats that the sword has is just better. 5% cooldown reduction is insanely good. It's just completely maxed out substats, because 5% of cooldown reduction is usually the normal anyway, the normal max. So I'm putting it there, and these are really low. Mob damage isn't even that good. You could put this over, but it also depends on the substats. You're not likely to get 4 out of 4 substats anyway. It's quite possible that you have the same substats on them as well. Here on C tier, I'm putting the Naruto accessory and the Halloween accessory, because HP isn't actually that, HP regen isn't that useful for top players. However, if you do not have that stat bonus with 100% stats, where you get lifesteal for free, this is going to be your best accessory. I would say that if you don't have that, then use this accessory. If you do get that 100% stat points in collection, don't use these. These are the worst accessories then. But otherwise, we got some other legendaries. We got, for example, this Tiger Cub. It's 10% boss damage. 10%, not the best. You'd rather use something else at this point on the stage. We also got the Shadow Aura. It's critical chance. It's actually pretty good, and it's quite a lot of critical chance. It's just, you'll see why it's worse later. And this is also 7% critical chance here. Here we have some attack ones. So we got Truth Seeking Orbs, we got the Black Cats, and we also got these wings. So these two are attack, and this is CDR. Now this is actually 7% CDR, cooldown reduction. Now that's insanely good. 4 substats and 7% CDR. That's so much CDR, and this is 7% attack, and that's also really good. Now they are above the CC is because, honestly, you don't really need much CC if you don't have other stats. But CC accessories are really good. It's just that attack ones are probably more balanced. It's going to help you more and more consistent. And CDR is just way better. We also put the critical damage accessories here. So it's one more. it's these ones as well. So the Shanks accessory, Estive accessory, and Accelerator accessory, they are all critical damage. And honestly, they're only 70% critical damage. Yes, that might sound like a lot, but that's less than one full substat. One full substat is 18% critical damage, and you will see in the other mythical accessories that it's actually quite better for those. And also, I also forgot Alter Sword. Alter Sword is really bad. It's probably like around here. Around there. It's really bad. It's mob damage. It doesn't matter that it has more subsets than these because it's mob damage. Mob damage only helps in like time challenge and dimensions, where you'd rather use an attack accessory or something else anyway. But yeah, the next ones are Obito. We got Eternal Tree, Alice. We got Yurichi, the Son of Sword. And we got Gojo Mask from Gojo. They are all critical chance, and they are 10% critical chance. Now, that's more than the max of critical chance. A subset has 8% critical chance as max, and 18% critical chance of CD. Now, this is more than one CD, while critical damage is less than one subset. So it's just like, yes, critical chance is much more like scale here, and critical chance is actually the better subsets. If you don't crit, it doesn't matter how much critical damage you have, honestly. So the more you crit, the better it is. But since you have so much critical damage, it's hard to make it actually scale a lot of damage. So yeah, I'm putting that there. We also have ODM and the Devil's Wing here. It's 15% boss damage. Well around overall for every game mode. This isn't that good. Dimensions, you definitely don't want to use this. You'd rather have like Alter Sword. This is probably the worst accessory to use out of the mythic ones, except for healing ones, in dimensions. But in raids, it's the meta, so I'm putting them there. And here we got the attack ones. These are 10%, and this is 12%. We also got the Chainsaw Man accessory. I'm putting him here because sure, he does have 10% and not 12% like the Titan Blade. Thing is, I'm putting him here because of one reason, that he has a special ability where he buffs Chainsaw Man by quite a lot. And Chainsaw Man is a good character. Sure, Titan Blade is better for 99% of characters, but I'm putting this accessory above it because this is better for one character, and that's Chainsaw Man, and quite like it's quite a big difference, and it's actually a fun ability, and it actually does improve a character that's already really good. And then last off, we got the critical or cooldown reduction accessories because they're just in general very good. There are basically two substats. Max critical cooldown reduction is 5%. This is 10%. This is 9%. It's insanely good. It's meta. You can actually use it for raids as well, and it will be pretty good. But ODM is just better. But honestly, these are just insanely good. But yeah, keep in mind that this is actually worse than Titan Blade, and same as these, unless you're using Chainsaw Man, and these two are actually the ones you want to use if you don't have the 100% stat points, where you actually get the lifesteal for free. But if you do have them, then you don't want to use these. But yeah, that's about it. And also, yes, like I thought, each goes slightly worse in Naruto Awakening and raids. However, in like a full raid, and for the majority of people, it's probably gonna be quite equal, because Naruto, you gotta have good stats, you gotta have especially good CDR and Kirumi, because there's 10 seconds on the cooldown. So for most people, it's probably gonna be better with Ichigo than Naruto, actually.